What's going on? A+'s Nerd Mixes. I just want to let you know before we get into this review that A+ Opinions has a Patreon. That's right. A+ Opinions has a Patreon for A+ Hero Report and A+ More Phenomenal. Come check us out. $1, $5, and $10 tiers. We got a whole bunch of content that we're giving y'all that's Patreon exclusive, along with a Patreon exclusive Discord, where we're having all types of incredible conversations. So come get all your audio only podcasts and special reviews and character breakdowns right here on Patreon. What's going on, A+'s Nerd Mixes? It's your boy, Indy Uchiha, Mr. Nerd Mix Alpha himself. Boy, oh boy. Batwoman Season 2, Episode 16, Rebirth, is probably the best episode of Batwoman I have watched in these 2 seasons that the show has been on. And no, it's not because David Ramsey guest starred, although Diggle had a prominent, although small role in this episode. He made sure that his character had a lasting effect on what's going to happen in these possibly last 2 episodes of the season. There's last 2 more episodes left this season of Batwoman, people. Check it out, man. Let's get into what's going on with Luke. The episode gets right into where we left off. Batwoman is out doing something, can't get in touch with anybody at the Batcave, ends up having to call 911 herself in order to help somebody who was stabbed in the chest or in the stomach or something by Tatiana. So I'm guessing Tatiana is around. So Sophia has to be not far behind, because we know she does nothing without Sophia telling her to do it. But man, it's all types of things going on. One, Tavaroff, that evil man, him. I really hate this dude. You like love to hate him. Whatever the actor's name that is playing this character is really making me hate him and doing his job. Tavaroff ends up getting out of jail on bail and is still fighting, saying that Luke pulled a gun on him. What's going on with Papa Kane with Jacob Kane isn't going to help Luke's reasoning at all on what's going on. So like Luke goes off looking for Tavaroff after like sitting on an edge of the Wayne Tower. Batwoman comes down, tries to talk to him. He says he wants to be alone. Dude, like he's finna jump. But he has a whole issue what's going on. Batwoman's talking to him about like saving his life, and he lets her know, what if I didn't want to be saved? You know what I'm saying? Like what if I wanted to die? Why do I want to be in this city that is steadily beating me down? You know what I'm saying? So it cuts to him going to look for Tavaroff. Tavaroff, it's like this cop only bar or something like that. Luke like comes to him. They had this conversation about, Tavaroff hits him with, "You're not the law. What are you in here?" And then, like Luke hits him with, "Well, you're not anymore either." And instead of like boxing with fisticuffs, they decide to play poker, which is weird to me, but it's advantage Luke because he's highly intelligent, right? So it's a weird game that he's playing, because you don't know if he knows anything about poker. But guess who's there? David Ramsey, John Diggle, the Spartan. So Mary's kind of handling the stuff that's going on in the Batcave with Batwoman, and Luke's playing poker. Diggle joins in the game, but the stakes get a little bit too high. Diggle folds. Tavaroff raises. Luke calls and then goes all in. Tavaroff has to ask crow, like fellow former crows, to give him money to make up the deficit because Luke looked like he's been cleaning house, right? I think Tavaroff had did Tavaroff have a, I know he had pocket aces. I forget what was on the board, but Tavaroff had been cheating, but Luke pulled a straight. So Luke won the hand. So Luke goes outside, takes the money, goes outside. Tavaroff comes out looking for a fight, but I don't think he actually was looking for Luke to stand up for himself and like actually fight back, right? But of course, Tavaroff gets the upper hand because Tavaroff's the one that's trained. But Luke gets a couple of good shots in, and that's when Diggle comes out and has to come to Luke's rescue. Now, Diggle lets Tavaroff know, you know what I'm saying? I'm from, what did he say he was from? He's from Star City. He's there for Argus on something special or whatever, right? So Diggle is not going for what Tavaroff is saying, right? It's talking down on Luke. Diggle gives him a straight chest punch and folds Tavaroff. Diggle's the man. You know what I'm saying? Like not only is Diggle highly intelligent, able to like monitor situations and figure out what's going on. You know what I'm saying? Like Diggle's not stupid. Diggle was also like the brawn on Arrow. You know what I'm saying? He was a rare mix of brains and brawn that you normally don't get on shows. And he's also lost the dad. So I feel like he can relate to what Luke is going through. And they have a whole conversation about him telling Luke that feeling anger isn't bad, is using that anger to do good. That makes it worth it, and that's what he's been doing like his whole life. But he was like, Dick was having like headaches or something wrong, and Luke tells him about the top-notch neurology department that they have in Gotham City, and Diggle has an appointment to actually go see them tomorrow. So that's like what he's doing there to start off with. So it makes you wonder, because the last time we saw Diggle in the final episode of Arrow, right? He had came in contact with a Green Lantern ring. So maybe it's something going on with that ring, or him not accepting the mantle that is messing with him, you know what I'm saying, mentally or something like that. So maybe we'll find out a little bit more. So sorry. Maybe we'll find out a little bit more about what's going on with Diggle in these other episodes and stuff he's going to come up with. But that's basically all we have for Diggle, was the interaction with Luke, him pushing Luke forward to do what he needed to do to help out his team, because then we see a bat signal flash and it's in Morse code asking for Luke to come help. Interesting bit on what's going on with Cersei Sionis, Black Mask, and Sophia, and all this stuff. The best parts of this show right now, in all honesty, is the storyline that's going on with Luke, and absolutely anything that has to do with Alice. You're thinking that Alice might not have much to do with without, you know what I'm saying, Ruby Rose, Kate Kane leaving, and them just now getting, you know what I'm saying, Wallace Day character Cersei / Kate up and running. You think she wouldn't have a lot to do this episode, but her understanding that she can be loved, that she can love, reconnecting with certain individuals and stuff like that. She has had the most character development ever when it comes to this particular show in its own. And that's, to me, that's only the only the person right after her would be Jacob Kane, who's been going through the most character development, if you ask me. But we already know, we've seen Tatiana, we've seen her take down a guy, and Sophia is in Gotham, and she goes to Roman to ask for Cersei to help her, but Roman's so bent on keeping Cersei away from everything now that he got her back, which is really just a brainwashed new face Kate Kane, that he's like protecting her, doesn't want her to do anything. He has like a whole new cream thing set up, you know what I'm saying, to get rid of the burns, and has on this whole like rebirth promotion thing for his makeup company, in order to, you know what I'm saying, bring her back into the light. basically has a story that, you know what I'm saying, she got on drugs, she relapsed, she went, you know what I'm saying, away, came back, and now she's reborn. So it's actually a pretty cool thing to get that going. But Sophia's not cool with that, because Sophia looks at Cersei's face and wants to know where she got that face from. And Roman lets him know that it was Alice. But with every resource that Roman has, how he did not know that Alice was Beth Kane, I don't know. Because bringing Beth Kane and Kate Kane together is bad because of the connection that they have. And we saw this when Jacob and Alice actually found Cersei, kidnapped her, and took her back to the Crow's headquarters, with Ocean helping them in order to try to jog Cersei's memory. Like Jacob, they had tried a whole bunch of visual triggers, kind of like with what like with Alice did with the picture that helped trigger her to let her remember what was going on when her mind got messed with, right? So Jacob Kane tries, couldn't get it. The minute Alice tries and talks about how Kate struggled about coming out to her, and get this, the whole time we did see a photo on a monitor of Ruby Rose Kate Kane. I didn't think we would see photos. I think they wouldn't have nothing to do with her, but we talked about that on Hero Report before, and we did see a photo. So shots out to whoever said that was going to be that, because I was hand down thinking they wasn't going to have anything at all to do with Kate Kane ever. Right? Well, Ruby Rose is Kate Kane, but they actually had a picture of Ruby Rose up on the monitor as Kate Kane when they were talking to her and everything like that. But it was Alice when Kate was struggling to come out, and Alice wrote on a mug, like, you know what I'm saying, like something about she already knew and everything like that, and that triggered a thing in Cersei Kate's head in order for Alice to be able to get that connection and them understand that was Kate trying to bring her back. But at that time, Sophia has sent her, no, I think it was Black Mass sent his people to go after Cersei, right? Fight ensues. They kidnap Jacob. Cersei gets away, and then Sophia's people get a hold of Alice. So Sophia's people have Alice. Roman's people have Jacob. Jacob finds out that the GCPD are in Roman's pocket. So he was like, waiting till the GCP find out. I'm gonna have them at your front door. And then like all the people that are standing around guarding Jacob start to pull out the police badges. They arrest him for aiding and abetting wanted criminal in Alice, and he ends up going to jail. But he's going to be transferred to Metropolis, and that might be the only way they can keep him alive, because there's so many people that he put in that jail. And that's if he can make it to Metropolis with the transfer. Jacob lets Mary know what's going on. So now Mary knows what's going on. Ryan knows what's going on. By the end of the episode, they let Luke know what was going on, and they have to save Alice, right? So Alice is over there with Sophia. Sophia wants revenge for Alice burning down like her entire island. Ryan comes up with the bright idea of giving up her desert rose for Alice, because at least she has a desert rose, she could regrow, you know what I'm saying, her main crop that she had on the island was a desert flower, because it has amazing properties, right? So she goes ahead and takes that, but Tatiana's nowhere to be found, right? Sophia had already sent Tatiana after Ocean. Alice wants nothing to do with what Ryan wants right now in going to help them try to bring Kate Kane back. She wants to go get Ocean, understandably, because Ocean is the only person at that time that believed in her. Another thing I want to point out that I skipped over is when Jacob was being taken into custody and they talking about it, and it was coming out that Alice was his daughter. You saw that connection come between them when he realized that Alice was still in there, and honestly realized what had happened to her, because Sophia had Enigma take away Alice's emotions. Like, she couldn't love. Not only wiped the memory, but took away the emotional love from her, right? One of the reasons why she was so sadistic. Man, I really like the fact that she's starting to get that back, but Alice is finna go bad boo-boo crazy in a second, dude. because Tatiana killed Ocean, and you see her just breaking down, crying, checking out Ocean. That is just going to be crazy. Not even thinking about Kate right now, because she just lost the love of her life. The person who put his everything on the line to get Alice what she wanted, to try to make Alice be able to have it all, have everything she wanted, man. But at least she has the comfort of knowing that her father believes in her, because he was like, even when y'all put her on trial, look past her being Alice and please look at her for who she is, Beth Kane. So I thought that was real dope. We end up getting back. Sophie is just an idiot, is a complete idiot. You know that Kate Kane and Cersei are battling it out in the mindscape over this body, and she tells you to go get a bottle of vodka where you're going to be out of, where she's going to be out of your line of sight, and you leave, because she ends up going back to Roman, sits down, asks Roman, "Am I Kate Kane?" And Roman tries to play it off like she's having an episode, and he ends up getting a knife through his hand for it. Sophia comes in and is like, you should be able to choose which one you want to be. Like a woman should have choices. You should choose which one you want to be. So we were so close to the Kane family coming back together, just for them to rip that from us, which I'm glad they did that, because I didn't want everything. There's 2 episodes left. I didn't want everything being solved now. Now, Luke is having a little bit of a too quick of a turnaround, but I'm gonna chop that up to the special guest appearance of Diggle. You know what I'm saying? And the respect that Luke has for Diggle with everything they went through. They saved the friggin' universe. You know what I'm saying? With when Kate was there. So through Crisis. So he has a certain amount of respect for Diggle. So I get that Diggle could be the one to get through to him. But when he goes and talks to Ryan, and Ryan tells him, look, I'm not going to apologize for saving your life, because you're, like, let him know he's a heart of the team and stuff like that. And she knows they had different experiences, but and he ends up hugging her. Like, that was the first true time I feel, even though they're always at odds in the way that they handle things, that they really understood each other right there. And I think I think that bond that they're creating is going to lead to him, how close they're going to be when he decides to don that Batwing costume. And I'm looking way forward to that, because it's going to be really cool. This episode was really well done. It was really well paced. They did a lot with it, setting up the final 2 episodes, and I like what they're doing with it. Everybody is at risk. Everybody has something going on, and they didn't lean on one or the other story too much. They brought in a very special guest character, but didn't make the entire episode around him, and he was still a prominent figure in decisions that were going to be made. Tatiana's dead. Alice ended up killing Tatiana. Ocean is dead. So Alice and Sophia are probably going to be looking for revenge on each other for that fact, because you killed my top, assassin. You killed the love of my life. So I'm interested to see where things go from Alice from here. In particular, she's the most interesting character to me in this show. Rachel Skarsgård is amazing in the role, and my homie playing Luke, it was just top notch this whole episode. And it was crazy when he got back to the Wayne Tower and put his glasses back on. Hadn't had his glasses on the whole episode to put them specs back on, man. That was crazy. But what did you guys think about this episode, man? Go ahead and put it in the comments below. I'm interested to see a lot of your comments. AJ, I'm waiting on you getting them comments. AJ, let me know what you thought about this episode. I know you watched it already, because I saw you make some hints to what was going on. You know what I'm saying? I didn't get to watch it till this morning because of the CW app. Had a storm. Our cable was out. So, you know what I'm saying? I had to wait. That's why this review was going up so late. But let us know what you thought about this in the comments below, man. Like, subscribe, share, hit that notification bell so you know every time we put something up. And I can't wait to see you guys next Sunday for episode 17, man. This is Batwoman uh definitely improved this season so far. So let's see how they ended off. All right, guys. So until next time, as always, keep it A+. This has been a Nerd Mix. Indy out.